You've asked me this several times, and I've forgotten to answer it, but it's come back up. Why weren't any of the Avengers invited to T'Challa's funeral? I have two reasons as to why, to me, it's very obvious why none of the Avengers were there. Number one, there's a lot of cultures in which things like funerals and weddings are closed practices. Call me crazy. I don't think it's wild to think that the country that pretended to be a third world country for years, just to keep the world out of their fucking business and their bag, want to have a closed funeral for their king. Also, keep in mind that T'Challa wasn't just an Avenger. He was a fucking king. Secondly, if I'm thinking about this from a filmmaking perspective, making this movie that's supposed to center black women, right? It's a really hard circumstance to make a movie under, but in any circumstance, black women very rarely get any attention that we don't have to share with other fucking people. It may have been a little counterproductive to include some of the mostly male and white Avengers in the funeral scene. Even if they were just there for a cameo and the rest of the movie just went on as it did. You know how film bros are. We'll be asking questions like, oh, why didn't Bucky say something? Or what do you think Scott Lang is gonna do when he gets back to the States? Is he writing a book? I feel like it would have taken a significant amount of attention away from the point, which was to center black women and to grieve Chadwick Boseman. I think it was perfectly reasonable to, for once, not include the mostly white and male Avengers. We get to see 99.999% of the time anyway. Also, common sense tells me that having more big actors for a funeral scene might make that funeral scene a little longer to film. Seeing how painful that was for many involved, they probably just wanted to get that over with. Just a thought.